Alrighty.
Alright, this was published on Sunday, April 6th, 2014, so a little over a month ago, but it's still kind of current. On a beautiful Sunday last October, Detective Dan Douglas stood in a suburban Minnesota home and looked down at a lifeless 20-year-old. A needle mark in his arm, a syringe in his pocket. It didn't take long for Douglas to realize that the man, fresh out of treatment, was on a second heroin overdose of that day. And that was kind of depressing when I read that. But yeah. So this there's a 45% increase in heroin overdose deaths between 2006 and 2010, and in 2007 there were an estimated 373,000 heroin users in the U.S., and by 2012 the number was 669,000, with the greatest increase among those 18 to 25. First-time users nearly doubled in a 6-year period, ending in 2012 from 90,000 to 156,000. And one of the questions that I had was, why has the heroin user amounts increased?
Why do you think the heroin amounts have increased?
Matt?
Well, because I think like if one friend tries it and then like it just like spreads like a gateway drug, and like if they try like one drug then it might just lead to heroin.
Taylor?
Maybe the more common it gets, the more cheaper it is.
Steven?
I was thinking, I'm not sure if this is an accurate response, but maybe because some people, like how they legalized marijuana in Colorado, they might want to try to get them to legalize that by doing it more.
What, heroin?
Yeah.
I do not think they will legalize heroin because the deaths have more than quintupled between 2003 and 2011 in just in this area, from 25 to 134 people, and the heroin-related emergency room visits rose from 56 in 2003 to 329 in 2011, and so that is a huge increase in the amount of emergency room visits heroin has caused. Why are the deaths rising? Do you guys have any suggestions? Taylor?
Maybe they use like a larger amount. I guess the longer time you use it, the more it takes.
So you're suggesting, what I hear you saying is you think it might be more pure, or they use it more often?
Like a larger amount.
Matt?
Well, I think I said this was over, like once you like get the drug, like in you, like your body like wants more and more. So like, you know, if they try to stop, like they could like have a seizure from like a withdrawal, so like it's really hard to like stop using it. So like it need more and more. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Steven?
Do you know if heroin is more addictive than cigarettes?
I would imagine so, because it may not be more addictive, it's just people need it more to like feel high. Like when people take it, they get high, and they may need it just to get that feeling again. And with cigarettes, you don't get as high, but you don't get as low of a crash. And so I think people kill each other sometimes over heroin because of the crash that they're feeling. They feel depressed and they don't see a way out. Lindsay?
I think it's because like there's been a lot of issues with jobs lately and family issues. So that's probably one of the reasons they turn to heroin. So like if a family member died, they kind of feel depressed. And some people might say, oh, this will get you feeling better on the internet. And they decide to do it just to make them feel better.
So what you're saying is that they use it to feel relief? Any questions for this?
Mr. Stormer, do you have anything you want to add for our audience or to Chris?
There were some really good questions in there. I think you guys are hitting on a lot of the reasons people do use it, and I mean it's more prevalent in the community now. I know we've had some incidents where I work of people coming in and using heroin, which is not good, and we have to call the authorities and stuff like that. So it's a growing issue in the community.
Mr. Stormer, do you think, I mean, the kids have this impression that heroin and marijuana are a lot alike. Is there anything that you can help us make that a little more clear?
I think that a lot of people, I mean, they're both illegal drugs. So in anything that's illegal obviously shouldn't be used because it's not legal to use. But I think that heroin, it takes a lot less heroin to really, really harm a person than it does marijuana, to my knowledge anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Because heroin comes from crack cocaine, and it can be laced with like laundry detergent, and when you buy it from someone, you don't know what's in it. Like, it could be 100% pure, or it could be laced with who knows what. Steven?
I heard from one of my friends, I don't know if it's true, but he said that heroin is rat poisoning.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I really don't know.
Well, think about what you just said about connecting it with other chemicals. What's the difference between bleach and rat poisoning if you're putting it in your body? You know?
I guess, yeah. Matt?
There are multiple ways to like put it in your body, or is it like needles or like?
I'm pretty sure the main way to do it is to inject it.
Okay, so let's summarize. If you're on the back channel, make sure you summarize your thinking about Chris's topics in the discussion. I don't know, I haven't seen the back channel, so you can do your summary now. Chris, do you have anything to finish your presentation with?
Yes. In conclusion, I'd like to ask you, why do you think the increase in heroin in general has increased? Audrey?
Maybe just because marijuana is just getting worn down. They just don't want it.
Maybe. Matt?
Like, cause like maybe they try one drug and then it just leads them to many others, or maybe it like
Steven?
maybe because some people like they wanted to try it and they probably don't like it, so that's why they don't take it anymore, or they don't want to die over it because they actually do something.
Lindsay?
Audrey said on here that it could be one of the things by peer pressure and issues with friends, like wanting to be popular, and they think the best way is to turn to drugs.
Steven?
Mine is sort of like Matt's, like a lot of new people get introduced to it.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for
All right.
the presentation.
Let's give Chris a round of applause. All right, I'd like to thank everybody that joined us for this live discussion. Chris, you did a nice job, and we're going to stop this. If you have any comments, you can go to thebackchannel.com. You can see the code behind Chris for his name, and that'll be open for a couple days for Chris to be reading and respond if there's a chance. So thank you very much.